Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Florida Man Friday, the 13th, November the 13th, 2020.
Shit.
Watch the fuck out. I'm probably going to watch some Friday the 13th today. Get in the mood. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
November, close to Halloween.
Are you going to skip the first one and go straight to the ones with Jason in them?
There's one without Jason?
Yeah,
it's
bro.
His mom. It's his mom.
Jason won.
Yeah.
Mrs. Voorhees.
He's not in it at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
kind of
I'll watch. I'm gonna watch the ones where he's like killing people in tents and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to start at like 3 probably. Yeah.
That's all of them.
Which is
except for-
Titsley Curtis.
That's Halloween.
That's Halloween.
She's
Yeah.
not nude in that movie. She's
She isn't?
she's nude in
Trading
Trading
Places.
Places.
Trading
Nice,
Places
Mark.
is great
She was-
nude scene. Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me Jamie Lee Curtis's tits.
Jinx were social media tied.
Hey.
Pop
Yeah,
culture-
well-
pop
well-
culture tied.
Mrs. Voorhees, right? Essentially. So here's what happens. So Jason is like a malformed kid. He's like stupid, and he goes.
But he's like freakishly strong.
No. This is
Yeah.
young Jason. So young Jason goes out into Camp Crystal Lake, drowns because some
Right.
dumb
Oh, right. Yeah.
teenagers are
They're
making
necking.
out.
They're necking.
That's right. They're
And
I
Mrs.
remember.
Voorhees,
I remember
Jason's mom says, and then she gets out to Keel. And then the franchise just shifts to where now it's
Well,
just Jason.
Yeah, but he
The-
comes out of the lake and kills everybody in the
That was a
camp.
dream.
That's the one I
at
remember.
the end of the first one, I think he comes out of the lake in a dream sequence, and then she wakes up in the canoe and she's fine. And then in the beginning of the second one, it's like a continuation of the first one. The sole survivor of the camp counselors goes home and she hears some noises in her house. This is like not at the camp. She opens the fridge and boom, Jason sticks a knife through her ears, and that's the first scene Jason's actually in.
So it's not supernatural until number 2.
Second one.
Yeah. But
That's
then
the
when,
one I like. I like the one where he's chasing everybody.
when Jason
Yeah, well, that's
takes
2
Manhattan,
2 through 12.
Yeah,
very cool.
2 through infinity. Yeah,
and then
Jason's still killing people.
Where he
right
comes back. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he goes to
Will-
space.
well, he goes to space.
He
Yeah.
does.
Both
good.
both him and Leprechaun go to space. I
He goes to
recommend.
hell. He goes to space.
Yeah.
I
He
need
goes all
to.
the-
I saw that Leprechaun was available and Friday the 13th. I'm excited. I'm excited about all the horror movies. I
glad.
watched today this weekend.
Classics.
We got a bunch of Florida Man stories. Pat's got a Florida Man experience. For
Yeah.
us.
I was a Florida man yesterday. I was a total little dirty Florida man.
How'd it feel? Did it feel different?
Bro, Florida is its own. Like, I hadn't been to Florida since we started doing Florida Man Friday. So like my eyes were very peeled for a Florida man activity of any kind. And I found a lot of it.
You found
Like
a whole ton.
a whole
I'm
lot.
planning a Florida road trip for Christmas and New Year's, so I'm hoping that still pans out. That should be cool.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Are you going to go to the Panhandle? It might pan out if you go to the
Go
Panhandle.
through the Panhandle, I think.
Yeah, I think then it will pan out.
Yeah, you're going to what? Yeah, through the Panhandle.
Tampa.
Past it,
Shout out
beyond.
Tampa. Shout out St. Pete. Maybe Orlando. We'll see.
All right, well let's hop into it. We got 2
Okay.
apiece.
Actually, we're going to start with an honorary Florida man. So this one was submitted by intern Cam, and if I left out any geographic details from the story, you would definitely assume Florida, but sorry, it's a Utah man, George William Stahl, who was drunk and high and led cops on a high-speed chase while drunk and high earlier this week. So
Good for him. It's hard to get drunk in Utah. They got that near
Multitasking.
beer.
the light, like, what was that, 2%?
It's 2-3.
Yeah.
Everything is just lighter. Like you can get heavier beers, I think, than the 2-3, but like it's all still like an IPA there is like 4%.
Yeah, the beer, the skin color, everything's lighter there.
I think George William Stahl's a wandering man. I don't think he just stays in Utah, as you'll see in the story. He was going 115 miles per hour
Wow.
when the cops noticed him and attempted to pull him over for speeding, because that's pretty fast, right? The Utah highway policeman who clocked him at 115 miles per hour said, "I activated my emergency lights immediately, and the vehicle appeared to accelerate faster and pull away from me. I caught up to the vehicle, who was still traveling over 100 miles per hour, and the vehicle accelerated again and pulled away." So Stahl was caught going upwards of over 130 miles per hour when he was getting chased.
I'm looking at his mugshot. Those are the eyes
right,
of
you
a
can
guy
pull-
who
yeah.
shouldn't be driving 130 miles an hour.
There's his mugshot. Yeah.
Also, the eyes of a guy who didn't have a father figure.
No, definitely not. Yeah. Also, guys, it was snowing. It was snowing in Utah when he was going 130 miles an hour. Not like not a ton of snow, but it was snowing and the roads were slick. So they had to get this guy off the road. So a second officer got ahead of them on the highway and just threw down some tire spikes, and tires spiked him at 135 miles per hour. Amazingly, this guy didn't like flip his car and
Nothing
die.
happened. He just goes. He just
slowed
down.
down.
Did
And
it say what he was driving?
Must have been
something
a nice,
he had control
nice
over.
vehicle. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
130, I took my old ass BMW 130, like maybe like 3 or 4 months
Shakes,
ago.
right?
Oh, bro, it was like, yeah.
Oh, you feel like you're going to go off the ground when you
100%.
100. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you feel like you're in a rocket ship. That's
if
about
he
to
was in a
blow up.
Hyundai, I mean, that's dangerous. Well, it's just generally
It
dangerous.
didn't say. It didn't say. That's a good question though. So the tire spikes put an end to the entire fiasco. It slowed him down. And when they got to his car and searched it, officers found an empty 12-pack of Bud Heavies. So I don't know where he got those in Utah, but he polished them off. And he also told police he was high on Adderall and LSD.
Yeah. You can tell by his mouth he's got that like Adderall-y, like kind of like side action going a little bit.
Yeah, the mouth always tells.
Yeah.
And then not being able to shut up because he
Well, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Adderall was really hardly the problem there. The LSD,
right.
driving on LSD now, that's something else. That's not for the faint of heart.
Taking
I
a
wouldn't
piss
say.
on LSD
Right.
challenge.
Yeah. I'd say that's going to be more difficult than the
The
Adderall.
beer is balanced
Well,
out, right?
I would say so. I'm just saying
I
the mouth,
don't know.
the mouth look.
Oh man, I tried to cook I couldn't cook hot dogs on LSD. Like literally
Yeah.
was not able to.
This wasn't
Right.
this guy's
Pat can't
first-
operate a stove.
But how
a lot of
often
people
do
can't
you-
stand up.
How
You
often
know,
are you on
like-
LSD, Pat? Like a couple times in your life?
About
I mean,
4 times in my life.
Yeah, this guy's probably frequently using.
That's
it.
true. Tolerance. That's a good
yeah.
point. Okay.
Adderall, on the other hand, can
so-
you really
yeah,
be
that-
high on it?
That might have helped him drive. So not being able to shut up because he was drunk as a skunk and high on LSD, he then told the cops who arrested him that he was en route to kill former Senator Claire McCaskill of Missouri. In
Terrorist
fact,
act. All right.
in fact,
He's like-
appar- yeah,
He's like, let me think of an excuse real quick. How can I get out of this? I was going to kill Claire McCaskill. That's good.
he so Pat and Wes, he I don't know if he thought of it on the fly. I think it was his mission, because he then repeated it several times and wanted the officers to very clearly know that he was going to Missouri to kill
the
Claire
record state.
McCaskill. Yeah, he didn't shy away from it. The officers
I believe
in the
him.
report said he made it very clear many times that that's all he was planning to do.
It's like when cops are like, is there weed in the car? And they're like, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to kill Claire McCaskill, honestly.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm
Exactly.
just gonna level with you here.
And LSD as well under the seat. Yeah. So McCaskill lives in Missouri, which is where he said he was headed to kill her, quote, if she wasn't dead already when he got there. So not sure if this was some sort of message board he was on that offered a Smoking Aces style reward to go assassinate
Like a
McCaskill.
race
Yeah,
to
like he
get to her?
thought other assassins were already headed there as well, apparently.
Why do you think I'm
Holy
driving so
moly.
fast, man?
Yeah.
John Wick movie.
It's either John Wick Smoking Aces style group or he's insane. One of the two, maybe both.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. So anyways,
Like he has a puck.
he's like, you got to let me go. I got to get this kill. Stahl was booked. Stahl was,
You're already too late.
yeah. Stahl was booked into the Summit County Jail early Wednesday for investigation of making a threat of terrorism, as Will mentioned.
Yeah,
Failing to
terrorist
stop
attack,
at the
yeah.
command of police, reckless driving, speeding, DUI, and drug possession. So he done. He gone.
You
gotta-
don't want to do
Damn.
that. No.
Make
Yeah.
a donation to your local police department if you're Claire McCaskill after this. Like hearing
Oh,
this,
yeah.
imagine hearing a story of like, yeah, a man was detained on his way to fucking kill you. You're
Yeah,
like,
at
I've never
120
appreciated the
120
cops
miles an
more.
hour. Like
Yeah,
he was
he was
getting there
determined.
quick. He was on his way.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
All right. We're moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up is a feel-good Florida man story. 21-year-old Chris Nikic, I think is how you pronounce it, a Maitland, Florida man, and big-time stoolie, became the first ever person or athlete with Down syndrome to complete the Ironman triathlon, earning a Guinness World Record for the Special Olympics at the same time.
Damn.
So huge moment
Damn.
happened, I think, last weekend. And so Chris swam 2.4 miles, biked 112 miles, and ran 26.2 miles in 16 hours and 46 minutes and 9 seconds during the Ironman Florida in Panama City Beach on last Saturday. He finished
Jesus.
14 minutes before the official cutoff time. So he did complete the Ironman. Getting the Guinness
That's
World
amazing.
Record for the Special Olympics and all that is really fucking cool.
Take that, Jason Voorhees.
He kicked a lot of like, not Special Olympics people's asses, I would assume, at that time too.
Yeah.
Well, he made the official cutoff. I bet a lot of people don't make the
I don't
cutoff.
know. That sounds like a great time.
Wes, we're trying to get out of walking a half marathon.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It seems
which
pretty
we'll get
fucking
into,
impressive.
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
this guy's a
112
beast.
miles. Jesus.
Willie, when you're saying Guinness World Record for Special Olympics, they're not just giving him a world record.
Well,
for being
so he got it's like an honorary, I think, like Special Olympic gold medal because he's the first ever special athlete to ever complete the Ironman.
That's
it's a
awesome.
Huge
That's
moment
fucking
for like the Special Olympics and special athletics in general. Chris had his guide, Dan Grebe with him, who did the race with him, was with him the whole way. Barstool blogger Dante covered Chris for months leading up to the race. I was really amazed when I was reading the story about all the inside content that Dante had published on the blog about Chris's training leading up to the race, and all of his messages of positivity and inclusion for everybody along the way. And then after he won, basically Chris and his guy Dan were doing the whole thing along with Dante and the Stooley community. Really beautiful moment in the combined histories of Barstool Sports, Florida men, America at large, everybody. Bubba, I think we have the clip they posted as a thank you to Barstool ready to go.
Hi, this is Dan Grebe. I am here with Chris Nikic, the first person with Down syndrome to complete an Ironman. Chris Nikic is an Ironman. He completed it last night just before 17 hours. And we want to say
thank you, Barstool Sports. Thank you for being there for me and after on this team stories.
Yeah, thank you to Barstool Sports and all the Stoolies. We appreciate all your support. Have a great day. God bless you.
Oh yeah, so that's
Man.
Chris right
Nice.
there. Right after, yeah. So like, I mean, obviously, tons of Stoolies support for them while it was going on, and like Mark was saying, really puts our half marathon that we agreed to do with Large and Erica on November 25th.
You
into
agreed to do it.
perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like we all did.
He group agreed, and that's okay, Will. But one thing for a special needs guy to just do this, like, it bums me out that they're giving, like, I hope that they're not modifying his Guinness World Record being like Special Olympics, because just any human doing this is insane. But a special needs guy, a Florida special needs guy, coming out of Florida as a Florida man and being able to accomplish something like this,
It's
huge.
It's inspiring. I mean,
Yeah.
people that some people that look at Down syndrome people maybe need to look at them in a different light. If you watch the Peanut Butter Falcon, that kid should be like nominated for like a best supporting actor, and now this guy's just crushing Ironman triathletes and stuff like.
Yeah. On that note, speaking of movies with featuring people with Down syndrome, my buddy Dwayne Graves made a movie called The Up Syndrome about his neighbor growing up and his best friend had Down syndrome.
Awesome.
It's a really cool and inspiring movie. I think it's on Hulu if you want to check it out, but
That's awesome.
it's dope.
Well, that's sweet. This we're excited for Chris
yeah.
for setting this record. Amazing story. Amazing couple of Florida men that completed the task, and an amazing job covering it by Dante. And after all that work, I'm sure the boys are ready to kick back and relax in comfort and style until it's time to train for the next race. And lucky for them, that's where our deal with Mack Weldon comes into play. Whether you need their sweatpants to put on and then never take off again for any reason at all, like me, or you need to relax in style and comfort, or you need to maybe train in the winter months, Mack Weldon Ace sweatpants are literally the best pants I've ever worn in my entire life. And lucky for all of us, Singles Day is coming up, so you've got an excuse to buy yourself a pair.
That came and went.
willy-nilly.
That
It
came and
happened.
went. That came and went. But yeah, I mean,
It's still coming up, right?
No,
was
of
Wednesday.
course,
It was
Will
Wednesday.
didn't know. None of us really knew.
well,
'cause
we didn't know. It's
don't apply to us.
Sorry.
For the purposes of this ad, it's still coming up. All right. And you can get socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, polos, or active shorts. Mack Weldon promises comfort and a consistent fit in every single thing that they sell. They have a wide range of amazing, like futuristic feeling fabrics for every single situation. They have the Weldon Blue loyalty program, which is totally free, satisfaction guaranteed. And I'm telling you, the Ace sweatpants are game changers.
They don't call them the Deuce sweatpants.
No, I call them my legs now. They're just like my skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second legs, outer
Second
legs.
set of legs. Yeah.
Mark's been hand washing them. He won't even put them in the machine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
Mack Weldon has just become Hard Factor's outer layer. So score big this Singles Day or any day really, and get 20% off your first order
Next
when you
year on
visit-
Singles Day.
or this Singles Day today or
Wednesday,
day.
November 11th.
360
Any day.
So it was
days
on
from now.
Veterans Day.
any
Same
day
yeah.
you want to make
There
your
you go.
first order at Mack Weldon, visit mackweldon.com/factor and enter promo code factor. That's mackweldon.com/factor, promo code factor for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
Speaking of Singles Day, did you guys see the headline that Alibaba did $115 billion in sales on
Yeah,
Singles Day?
and I saw that
Are you
China,
serious?
and then I saw that like China was considering like breaking them up a little bit.
It's like the GDP of like
Whoa.
a lot of small, 115 billion.
So Singles Day is is as big as Valentine's Day. It sounds like.
I didn't get deep into the article, so I'm not sure why.
Holy moly.
But
Wow.
dude, yeah, it's
I didn't
crazy.
know it existed until this Mack Weldon ad, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Because isn't Alibaba's like the Chinese version of
Dude,
Amazon?
Alibaba
Amazon,
is
yes.
awesome. It's
Yes.
a little different. It's a little different. So like if you wanted to like for a music video I was producing one time, I wanted to get a
Of course, Pat likes the Chinese run.
well, I wanted to get like a 70s light up dance floor, right? Which is expensive as fuck. But I felt like you got to give yourself a lot of time because it comes from China, and also Chinese New Year lasts for like 2 months.
Did you
They
order?
take
Hold
off.
on. Did you order the reflective tracksuit on Alibaba?
No, but I guarantee that the person who made the reflective tracksuit ordered it from Alibaba.
Yes.
But no, dude, I got a gigantic like 20 by 20 light up dance floor. I want to say for like $1,000 from Alibaba. It was like, which is insanely cheap for what it should have been. But you can get anything.
When
on
was
there, man.
this? Is it en route or is this years ago?
No, this is years ago.
Oh, that sounds like a good purchase.
Well,
I've
Mark,
never
I got it
seen
for your birthday next. It was for
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
for a
all
music
right.
video, yeah.
All right,
But
cool.
dude, you can get
I haven't
whatever you
seen it
want
yet,
on there.
Nice.
Anything,
Alibaba.
really.
Anything you want, especially for Singles Day.
Can you get a pass to the Sausage Castle?
I can get anyone a pass to the Sausage Castle. In fact, I stole some passes to the Sausage Castle, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I
Like
call
Wes.
one of those. Guys, when Florida woman Vanessa Lee Jones of Port Richey, Florida wants to masturbate, she lets nothing stand in her way, including being in public, including being outside of a 7-Eleven, and especially not if she's in front of a dumpster at a Popeyes. You just need to back up and let her finish. So we might have covered this before, this woman before on a previous episode of Florida Man, because this is her second round of this particular act. So on September 30th, she was
Same
arrested.
place, too.
Different place. She likes the restaurants and the places of business for taking self-care, as she
She's
calls
trying to
it.
get a free meal.
Yeah. So on September 30th, she was arrested and charged with felony lewd act and lascivious exhibition because she was masturbating.
She looks so disappointed in herself in the photo.
she's mad she got
I
caught.
can't. I can't help myself.
She just looks like, you did it again, Vanessa.
Yeah.
She's looking at her fingers.
You're better than this,
Yeah,
Vanessa.
that's not a good morning. She's not feeling good about herself. But then also, I like how they call the Popeyes a chicken shop. How come? What?
Yeah, they didn't want to
we
give
know-
him the free ads.
We know what a Popeyes is. Yeah.
Chicken shop. Louisiana chicken shop. So anyway, so that on September 30th, she's arrested for that. The prosecutors decided to drop the case. I guess she spent a month in the jail, undoubtedly just masturbating profusely. But now Vanessa Lee Jones, or old Vagina Lee Jones, as deputies probably call her.
Vanessa Lee Moans.
Yeah, right. There you go. I was trying to think of a few more. I was drawing a blank. So
I didn't kill my wife.
I don't care.
So she got out of jail, and then she did the exact same thing again. This time at a Popeyes, where she was just butt naked in her
Again,
car.
a Popeyes.
Yeah. Well, the first one was a 7-Eleven. This time was
This time was a Popeyes. Okay, I got you. The
I
last
might have
time-
it back. I might have it. The article was
Flip-flop.
very fucking confusing.
First time
They need
Popeyes.
to get
Surprisingly.
One time 7-Eleven, one time Popeyes.
That's
Don't
right.
know which
It
time.
sounds familiar, Wes. It sounds
Right,
like
yeah,
a
it sounds
familiar-
familiar, right?
Yeah.
But so
Around
thi-
the dumpster at a place where you can buy heated
Yeah.
up food that sits under a lamp.
Yep,
Heat
just
lamp.
butt naked, just going to town. And this time the problem was that she was in plain sight of a man and his nephew, which in
Oh,
retrospect is a great bonding experience for an uncle and his nephew to have. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a tough beat. Like I know that have you guys uncled before? Like you, at least us, Wes, you have a kid. The other three of us don't. Like when you get really like thrown in the fire when you're uncling, especially like when you're one-on-one uncling.
No,
Walking up on a grown woman masturbating is it you feel like
That's an
you're
aggressive one. That's
you're
an
not
aggressive
responsible,
one.
but you're gonna
No.
feel. It's hard
That's
to explain.
perfect.
Well,
It's perfect.
Not
Yeah,
an
it
uncle's
is.
place to explain that one.
I'm with Wes. Like you have like you don't. There's no expectation as the uncle, so you're just
Right.
like
well,
you could view it and then say nothing, and that would be totally okay.
here's what happens. Depending on the kid.
No,
Wait, hang on.
because you got to say something. Because if you bring that kid home and say nothing, the kid's gonna be like,
No,
"What'd you do with Uncle Pat
you
today?"
you
And
hand
then
it
you'd be
off-
like, well, "That was cool. Don't tell your mom about it." You know?
Yeah, no, you hand it off to the parents. The parents take care
You
of
got to
it.
get ahead of it. That was my point.
But what's
No,
going to
you
happen
just say like, "Hey,
is,
by the way, they saw this. It was crazy."
like
Good luck.
Wes said, when this kid reaches a certain age of like awareness, like
Yeah.
the teenage age and beyond, it definitely becomes, in retrospect, a huge bonding moment for the rest of your relationship.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the adult
They're going to be
kid.
cheers and like, remember Popeyes? Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
Yes.
The
Popeyes.
first time they get drunk in front of you,
Yeah.
and then
Exactly.
they're like,
5 to 10 years from now, this is going to be an awesome experience.
if he's
Yeah.
young enough, it could have crossed some wires, and like fried chicken just makes him horny from now on.
Yeah.
"Well,
be.
is that the worst thing?"
Could be.
No,
No,
It was a day, that's for sure.
it's going to buy a
Um,
KFC log.
Anyway, police.
walking around with a rager, smelling the sweet
Like
smell.
Viagra for him.
It's quite an introduction to that world as Vanessa in her car outside just going to town. Anyway, police didn't appreciate the experience as much as the nephew and uncle did, and again arrested Vanessa and charged her with exposure of sexual organs. She was not drunk, and
I
officials
hope
say
the uncle
there's.
was like, "Hey guys, come on! Do you really have
Yeah.
to do this?"
I want to
With
see.
the cops.
I want to see if she gets the same judge and what that judge says to her.
Oh,
the
yeah.
one that got her a month and a half ago doing the same fucking thing. I
Right.
want to hear what the judge says.
Well, they claim that she's not. They say that there's no evidence of mental health issues besides the fact that she's constantly masturbating in
She's
public.
horny.
Well, isn't that one? I mean,
Right.
that's
Is she
like-
homeless?
I would hope so.
That's
No, she's not homeless. It doesn't. I mean, I don't
well, I
think so.
guess
She's
maybe
in her
it's just
car.
what if it's just her thing? Yeah, it's just
She
yeah.
just gets turned on by
Yeah,
dumpsters in public, man.
This is similar to that guy who was in the LSU parking lot. Like,
Yep.
there's a thing here. She's
Do you think she's looking at one of like
She's-
somebody who works there or something?
she's not using her memory. She's
We
not
should-
using
we
the
should-
spank bank.
we should get
yeah,
them into
gotcha.
contact with each other, maybe.
Well, that guy's
No,
much older.
Well, they might solve each other's problems. and they
No,
could just-
Mark, you don't want to get two serial public masturbators together. It'll be
No?
like it'll be like fucking like the DC sniper situation.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
they'll be running a
maybe.
fucking
I
muck.
thought they would just be happy together and leave everyone
Yeah,
else
but
alone.
no, you
That
don't want
might
to
be-
partner them up
No, okay, all right.
like
You're right.
natural born killers.
Yeah.
Natural born
I think you
jizzers.
do it and see what happens.
Just put them on a tour.
Let's try to get them both on the show.
Like
and see
Ghostbusters.
if there's sparks.
You know what we should do?
We gotta get these two together.
Get these two super criminals together.
We
The
did
gatekeeper and the keymaster.
Yeah, exactly.
sexual assault. Just ride from town to town, creeping everybody out.
We probably wouldn't release that video evidence that we
Yeah.
did that.
Nope.
The
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde. It would be like a mobile. Like you could maybe film it.
All right.
What's that?
So guys, I took a trip down to Florida on I guess it was Veterans Day, so that was Wednesday. Went to Florida to visit the Sausage Castle. If you're a fan of Hard Factor, you may have remembered it, and you only would have seen it live because YouTube pulled the video down. But right at the beginning of quarantine, we did a power hour, which a bunch of Barstool personalities. And as the night got later, we started texting anyone on our phone who was kind of famous. And my baby mama, Kate, texted Mike Busey. Now, Mike Busey is a man. He's just a good all-around dude. He used to run with the Jackass crew. He's a juggalo. And he owns this place called the Sausage Castle. And Busey joined our stream, and he showed us Sausage Castle 2.0. Because the first Sausage Castle was like in a swamp somewhere. And essentially what it is, it's like a flop house for people that are like just sexually progressive. Like,
This is also on a swamp though, still, right? I mean,
it's still on a swamp, but it's a lot nicer, right?
Okay.
And every year Busey throws a party because he loves veterans. He's a big veteran guy, where he brings in an adult film actress. And if you're a vet, free blowjobs for any veteran that shows up to the party. So Kate had been, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Kate had been wanting to go for a long time. And she was like, it's Veterans Day tomorrow. They're doing the party. She texted Dave with a long drawn out message of like, hey, here's why I want to do it. And Dave's like, okay, go. But there was no camera guys available. And also I didn't want Kate going to the Sausage Castle by herself.
Good call.
Especially 5 months pregnant. So I decided to accompany her and be the camera guy. And boy, was it fucking electric.
Yeah.
Insane.
the pictures looked cool.
The one video clip, which I don't know when we're going to be able to play it. Are we playing it tonight?
We can't play it tonight. No, I
Okay,
guess.
well, when we can play it, it's like the new "Send in the Car," or it goes along with the "Send in the Car."
You're gonna love. You're gonna want to watch the full video. It's incredible.
It's
That is awesome.
fucking insane.
There's a guy who got his car sent in hard.
All right, so we flew to Orlando, and Busey and Camp are the shit. Like we drive out to this house, and it's like an hour outside of Orlando in the middle of the sticks. And dude, it is a fucking mansion. Like I've been to some big houses in my life, but this thing is impressive. The drive up to this thing. First of all, every gate. We went to the address on Google first, which was the wrong gate, and we got there, and it was like this gigantic branded gate that was like wrong gate. MikeBusey.com. Welcome to the Sausage Castle. So we get to the right gate. It's like 300 yards of like white brick stucco fence, and you come up to this big ass mansion. They have a football field out there, a tennis court, a
Having your own
go-kart track.
football field is a flex.
Basketball
that is a
court.
serious
They have basketball court. There's rappers hanging out. There's all these veterans hanging out, getting free haircuts. Busey's got like $1 million tour bus that's like wrapped with like scantily clad women, and his face being like, "What up?"
So besides being Gary Busey's son, how did
He's
he
not
make, how
Gary
did you guys,
Busey's son.
Oh, he's not. I thought it was.
Yeah.
So how did he make his money?
I don't know, man. He says Snapchat, and that's possible.
Hmm.
But
Snapchat.
I don't know.
No one knows is the answer.
Okay.
no
He's not
one
Gary
knows.
Busey's son. He just looks like Gary Busey and has the last name Busey.
I think he's a distant relative of Gary Busey.
He's like
they
a
all
nephew.
look like that. All
he's
the
like
Buseys.
he's like a nephew that saw some shit like
awesome.
like with Gary Busey at a way too early age, like at the Popeyes, and that's what happened to Mike Busey.
Mhm.
Right. Jake Busey is Gary Busey's son.
Yes.
Different looking dude. Anyway, so we get up there. Veterans are getting
but they all
haircuts.
had that same. You know what I mean?
He's
Yeah,
definitely
that's what I'm
related. He's
There's
definitely
a-
related to him.
There's a look there. There's
Yeah.
a distinct like.
Yeah, it's the Busey vibe.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, this thing is like it's like my dream. Like, you know, my compound dream. They're living this
yeah.
fucking dream.
Right.
Every room in this house, like you walk in, and it's just the foyer is a stripper pole with a stage where you could fit probably like 30 dudes. It would be the ultimate bachelor party situation. There's an indoor pool in Busey's bedroom. Every inch of it is lined with a mounted firearm. Like no less than 200 firearms
How
covering
many rooms are lined with firearms like that?
just
Is it-
his bedroom.
Oh, that's just his bedroom. Okay.
Oh, dude. And his bathroom, literally above his bathtub, he has a full ram stuffed and mounted, a full bobcat stuffed and mounted, and like a full bear stuffed and mounted.
Whoa.
Like just right above his bathtub. Like
He's got to
it's
get
ju-
the gator.
Dude, there's sex swings everywhere. It's a fucking
Whoa.
party. So all these veterans are there having barbecue. We're interviewing guys. And it's pretty chill at first because it's COVID year. It's relaxed. We go down to the main event, or the first event was like this. They have a full-size boxing ring and wrestling ring. They bring in some MMA dudes that are donating their time. You know, they have a fight in like a week or two. They should be resting, but they fight for the vets. It's awesome. Things are ramping up a little bit. We sit and talk with the lady who's going to be giving the Beegers, Jenny Jizz, and her husband, the cum artist. It's their 33rd wedding anniversary. And this
Oh,
lady is just, she's like, I'm just addicted to it. I just love it. And he's just like, yeah,
Sucking. She's referring to sucking.
That's what I'm talking about.
Veterans cocks. Yeah.
any dick. It's not just, but she loves our country. She's a proud American.
Yeah.
She was in a bikini top with the
say
American
so.
flag on it. Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And I'm
She's
wondering,
proven that time and time again.
big time. And her record is 28 in a night. There was probably 100 people there total. It was more chill. And it was going to be in this tent out back, which is decked out like a hookah lounge, but that didn't work out. So it turned out to be inside the living room. And leading up to the main event, there was a dude being like, blowjobs starting 7 minutes, and then
Holy
blowjobs
shit.
starting 3 minutes, like over the loudspeaker.
My lord.
It's fucking nuts, bro.
Countdown.
It's nuts. And dude, so luckily during the night, like you guys know, if you go on a shoot that you're at for a long time, like you run into all these people, then they become familiar to you later.
Mhm.
Thank
Right.
God.
Oh yeah, you're like their friend for a day or two.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But thank God we got all these interviews in early and releases signed, because pretty much every person Kate chose to interview signed up for the Beeger.
Nice.
Oh, good hit rate. Nice.
Pretty much all of them.
She could tell.
She
Why is-
just knew.
Why else you there for the barbecue?
Yeah, for the haircut.
Well, not all the guys were there to get a to get a blowy in front
No,
of everybody
They
else.
wanted to be there for the blowjob, all of them.
I couldn't believe this shit, man.
Yeah, they just chickened out.
Yeah,
I
they
thought it
chickened
was
out.
going to be like a private thing. Like when I saw the tent before the event, I thought it was like, oh, you come into the tent, you do it solo. No,
Yeah, like a changing room at the mall.
no.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when you like on the clips that you have showed us, like the guy over the loudspeaker, like you're saying, it's like a strip club vibe.
It was very
he's-
strip club vibe for
He's
sure.
play by playing a group blowjob scenario.
Yeah, it's
Right.
In front of
it's like an
everyone.
orgy breaking out in a strip club.
And he's in his king chair. He literally has a throne in his living room, and everyone starts crowding around. And he's like, he does it. He's like, who wants to go first? Raise your hand. And he does it by first, how long you've been in the service, followed by rank.
Nice.
Nice.
Purple Heart's got to go first. If you were Purple Heart, first up, then how long you've been in the service, then by rank.
He's got a whole
God.
system.
Dude, and these dudes just started stepping up.
It must be so fulfilling
Their
for
dicks were
him
ready.
to be able to do this. Like, imagine just the fulfillment you would get to just give a vet just an excellent blowjob that's been
That's what
so
I'm
long
saying.
overdue.
Some people like give up their seat on a
God,
plane.
that's awesome. What
Some
a
people give up
feeling.
their seat on the plane. Some people
Right.
buy him a meal. Nobody has a group blowjob scenario for vets. He's the only guy.
Well, Busey
Yeah.
Busey just made money recently. So like he used to be as I said, Sausage Castle 1.0 was kind of a dump from what I
Just
hear.
a house, yeah.
But he started 10 years ago on Veterans Day, like just putting it on social media, like, are you a vet? Let me know. I'll buy you pizza. So he was just sending free pizzas. He's been doing this a long time. It's escalated, obviously, significantly.
So 15 guys. It was a diverse group of age and stuff, right?
Oh, all sorts of different guys, bro.
Yeah.
There was probably 18 was the youngest, to probably like a Vietnam vet being the oldest.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice.
But
He didn't get to go first?
well, no, some dude. Actually, I'm sorry. The oldest dude did go first. I think he was a Desert Storm vet. But I'll tell you what, things really devolved quickly.
How
At
you
first,
mean?
it was like what's it like an analogy of something that's orderly at first, but then as things go on, the order just goes out the window.
Were people just taking too long? And then
Yeah,
and then
well,
people were cutting in line.
it
like,
was
"I'm
single
next."
file, and then it became like a crowd, like it was like a baggage claim
It's
situation.
like
Like
You know what
down-
baggage
down-
parade of
down-
5-year-olds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down how fast?
Did they all have their dicks out ready to go?
it snowballed into that, and then it just turned into a bukkake party.
Oh,
Right.
man, people weren't waiting their turns.
Now, last year they talked about
They
this.
They couldn't wait, so they just had to go ahead and just get
Was
it
there
out.
a bunch-
Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Was
also
there a bunch of grunting like,
Dude, Jenny Jizz was also trying to move things along so everyone could get their turn. And I think when she moved on, the dudes stuck around. The dudes kept sticking around. You know what I mean?
Just kept standing next to her.
So
like,
then
for
it
the
became a
next guy,
circle.
And then right, okay.
Right.
Like I'm just gonna hang out
Uh-huh.
in case I can get it to go again.
Right. And they were doing it
Go
to
again.
a rousing group sing of Lee Greenwood's Proud to be an American. So
Wes,
it was
of
just
course. Oh yeah. Oh, you know it's to Lee Greenwood.
really,
that's amazing.
and I'm filming it and I'm trying to figure out like what I can get, because obviously we can't show this shit, right?
Mhm.
So I'm trying to get these obscured shots where like Jenny Jizz is blocking the dude's dicks. And when we dropped it off to the editor today, Colin, I was like, "Hey, bro, call me when you get the footage, because I just want to give you some notes before you see it."
Hmm.
And I'm like, "So, Colin, you're going to see a lot of dicks here, buddy. And I just want to let you know, I wasn't trying to get the dicks. I was trying to get,
amazing.
shots where the head was obscured." Last year, there was a friendly fire incident where
Who
one
got hit?
guy caught some on his ear, and they kept
Oh.
talking about it was a big thing. So Busey loves a camera, and he was like, "Get in here, man!" And I'm standing on the couch with her husband right in front of me, and he's just like, "Hell yeah!" He keeps looking back and giving me the thumbs up. And
Oh no.
there's this rapper Tyler Yahweh who's in Post Malone's crew. He's like next to me, just be like, "This is pretty fucking awesome," and
What, just watching the BJ?
yeah, just like hyped up.
Yeah.
We had like
Look at these fucking blowjobs, man.
he's standing on the couch with me. He's standing on like top of the couch. Kate pointed this out to me. Like, I was trying to get the best position to get the shot right, and Busey was like, "Come in real close." So he told me to sit on the couch, and I was like, "I'm not gonna be able to get the angle."
Could you
I'm gonna-
smell? Could you smell dick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
the
realized
room
I realized I
smelled
need
like
to
an
Balls,
orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized I need to stand on the couch to get the shot. And for some reason, like, you're at someone's house, you're not going to stand on the couch in your boots. So I like take my boots off, and and Kate's like, "Why the hell did you do that? Like, you were in a jizz room." And I'm like, "That's a good point." I could have just did that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But Busey really wanted me to get down on the ground and see this shit. So I get like in the pile. Bubba, there's one other photo I sent you if you could pull it up on the YouTube stream. I'm like low. I'm getting a low angle between. Dude, I've never been this close to so many dudes' dicks. But it just became a bukkake party. Like it was just, and I'm down there, and then like one dude finishes, and I see it through my camera lens, and I realize I am way too close to these guns that are firing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
God. You filmed a hardcore porn, man, like a very hardcore porn.
100.
Just a sex party.
Right.
So do you think every sex party just sort of devolves into a bukkake party at some point? If there's,
I don't know, Will. This is my first one.
Well,
if
one
there's a
for
professional there, if there's a professional who's there to be taking on multiple people,
I want to see. Here's a picture. That's
There I am
Pat.
getting
There's
Pat
the
getting
beef.
low. Oh my God! How low he is.
Man.
He's at dick height.
Yeah,
I want to see Jenny Jizz make
that guy
short
jerking
work. Make short work of like a popsicle.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah, the dude in the shirt.
She's
She's
got a-
definitely warming up.
He's warming himself up, man. Look at that hand.
Don't look to your left, Pat.
Jenny just has to get her popsicles from Costco in bulk because she runs through them. But okay,
Yeah.
so at a certain point, we realized like how much more of this can we shoot that we can't use probably. So, but I did get one dude.
Yeah, but you're gonna be able to use all of it when you blur it out.
You got money
right?
shots.
Well, we got one guy, and I realized when I was filming it, I was like, "This is the best shot I've ever captured on film." And it's essentially, you saw it. It's a guy's
This is
face.
the one we've seen, which people you're gonna want to watch the
It's
video.
Right.
It's amazing.
He's from like a 0 to a 10, reaching his level of pleasure. So we go outside, and we're just like chilling, like trying to like get out of the mix because it was fucking hot in there and too many people. And the dude walks out, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, man," and he lights up a smoke, and I'm like,
I bet he did.
I'm like, how was it? And I'm thinking, no way in hell this guy's gonna sign a release. Like, no way, no fucking way. And I was like, can I talk to you about this? And he's like, yeah. I was like, will you sign a release? Like, do you want to be on camera? He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. So this
He would have done anything after.
we start talking to this guy, and I'm like,
He was in the perfect mindset.
Yeah, he
that
was
you asked
open.
us.
He would have done anything.
I'm like,
you asked.
so how did you hear about this? He's a veteran, and he was like, oh, I was driving to work this morning, and I heard about it on the radio, and I was like, hold on. So you woke up this morning having no idea that you were going to be involved in a group blowjob, and he's like, nah, man, it's pretty cool, huh?
Slammed on the brakes.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
day turned around
Right.
quickly.
Anyway,
What is he going to do like for
Wait.
the rest of the year?
Did he hear it on Barstool Radio?
No. He heard on
Oh.
local Orlando radio.
That would have been fucking wild, but still, even
but-
crazier.
Dude, lastly, so Jenny Jizz comes out, and she's awesome. She's the shit. She's a very cool person. But she like came out like, you know, like when like a musician coming off stage, like she just wanted to get a smoke and get some air. And she walked right into where Kate and I were kind of like doing exit interviews, and she hadn't cleaned up, and I didn't realize it, but Kate spotted it immediately. And I'm like, can we get a selfie? I wanted to get a group photo. So she like steps up next to me and over this like little stanchion, and we get the photo. And then she's in 6-inch heels, like very, very dangerous, very possible. She like tripped earlier. So Kate's like, hey, can you help her over this stanchion? And like Kate full on knew she was covered in,
That's
you know,
fucked. She wanted you to touch everyone else's
she
jizz.
fucking set me up. But I'm sitting there retrospectively just doing an interview with this woman, just totally like she had great skin. She really
But yeah,
had
but
great
did she
Secret
look
to great
glazed in
skin.
the picture in the selfie you got?
skin.
Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
God.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, if it's a picture,
No one
of
gave her a
somebody-
towel. Oh man, that's
No.
wild, Pat.
Well, she loves it. You don't want to take
right
away the
yeah,
thing that
sure,
she
it's the
loves.
performance. Yeah,
Can't wait to see the video.
So yeah, the video should be out soon.
very
Nice.
excited. We're all very excited.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Wow. Yeah,
I never wanted to film a porn. Never thought I would, but hey,
You're a full-on porn director now.
You're a
Hey,
porn
man.
director. Yeah, you put that
Florida
on your
man porn
on your
director at
credentials.
that. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Grady Judd is doing a jig. He's happier than a pig in a mud and shit puddle, and that's because Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has drafted anti-mob or anti-looting legislation this week, which includes the adds looters to the stand your ground laws that came about in Florida back in the day, if you remember, which is where you can shoot someone for protection if they're like on your property and fucking with you. So
King of the castle.
right. So DeSantis is
Castle doctor.
proposing that
Yeah.
looting be moved to the list of forcible felonies to justify the use of force against people who commit a burglary within 500 feet of violent or disorderly assembly, which is kind of defined. I don't know, Bubba, if you want to throw the thing up, like a group of 6 or more or 7 or more threatening, and they have like a loose description of what a disorderly assembly is, violent. So that's kind of hard to define. But if there is a violent or disorderly assembly and someone's burglarizing within 500 feet of it, you can shoot them to death now.
Wait,
Florida,
so basically, if
this proposed
somebody's
law.
just like doing anything,
Any kind of
if there's
burglary.
a fight,
like
there's a
touching
fight
a car
and
door
there's a-
handle that's not theirs, or
right?
going
But if
into
there's a fight
Target.
and then like
Yeah.
somebody's like walking towards a store, you could be like, that's it.
shoot that looter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could shoot someone for throwing a brick through a window.
Sort of. We'll get to the bricks, but yeah. Miami-Dade County prosecutor Denise Georges described it as allowing for death to be the punishment for a property crime, which is when you put it that way, sounds pretty extreme, right? Because it is a property crime we're talking about with the looting. So they added a death sentence to it.
Well, also, why is it like, are they trying to deputize normal people to do it?
They're just trying to discourage looting, Will. So the threat of this is enough to discourage is the goal. Another law that DeSantis is proposing is to make blocking traffic a 3rd-degree felony. So like protesters that like stop road traffic, that becomes a 3rd-degree felony.
Wow.
And he's offering immunity to drivers who say they unintentionally killed or injured protesters that run over people blocking streets. So now you can mow through protesters
Holy
and
moly.
say I didn't mean to, and you won't get in trouble at all if you run through the protesters. If this goes
Like Charlottesville.
Yes.
I
Yes,
thought,
that would've been fine.
I
That
thought,
would've been fine.
I thought we had a short temper for protesters, but DeSantis,
No.
he has the shortest fuse.
Grady
for
Judd and
protesters.
DeSantis do
Yeah.
not like protesters.
This is like this is
So
very
they tell.
not Florida. You can't have any sort of one strike you're out rule in Florida. It doesn't
Well,
work that way. So many
except
people
for
are
with
going to
the-
die.
Yeah, well, except for with the
The guns-
lethality of it, I feel
Yeah,
like
they
that
like
matches
shooting.
up. Yeah.
Also, guys, tough news for object throwers. So this is where Wes will want to listen up. I'm talking to the piss and shit balloon guys and gals. We don't know how you get the piss and shit in those balloons, but if you throw them, or really any object in Florida with these proposed laws, you're going to get a 1st-degree felony for just throwing the object with intent to harm. Or I think it's actually a 1st-degree misdemeanor. Sorry, I misspoke. Misdemeanor for throwing an object with intent to harm. And you're getting a 3rd-degree felony if you hit anyone with it. So that's not as intense. That one's not that bad. That one's not that intense. I should have led with that one. That one's the most logical of all of them.
Yeah,
I think
should
the
be able
the
to
felony
shoot
for
somebody.
blocking traffic's pretty good. Not the mowing them down, but the blocking traffic.
Sure. Parts
think-
of all these
yeah.
laws, right? Yeah.
Felony for blocking traffic? No, that's a form
Yeah, I
of
mean,
protesting. Protesting.
Felony means like you
The
can't.
I'm in
most
that car.
annoying, but you got to admit
It's
that's one of
annoying.
the most
It's
annoying
annoying.
ways of.
But that's kind of the point of
Should be
protesting a lot of
arrested.
times.
Should be arrested. Felonies are
but
tough.
I mean,
Felonies
Yeah,
are
I guess
tough.
yeah, felonies
They
are
stick
tough.
with you. They
It
stick
was like
with you forever.
it's like charging someone for a felony for like blocking a seat in a whites only cafe. You know, like this is so annoying. These blacks won't leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
The sit-ins. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
sit-ins, yeah. So
I
that went through 3 laws. There's also DeSantis is giving the power back to the. I mean, there's a couple ones I didn't go over, like involving if you try to like injure a police officer, you're fucked. And there's one other one. Oh, property damage. If you get caught damaging property on purpose, felony. So DeSantis is giving the power back to the anti-mob here, allowing for shooting to death and pretty much running over any aggressive protesters. So I would advise that you don't form a mob.
You're gonna want
in
to
Florida.
totally avoid rioting in Florida.
Yes,
That's for sure.
Take it somewhere else.
Peaceful protest, and it sounds like you better be ultra peaceful with your hands up.
Yeah, you gotta
Kinda-
be. You
kinda
gotta be.
deal.
You gotta be pretty clearly not forming a violent mob in Florida. I don't know.
Does
So
this
that's where
happen?
This is a peaceful protest.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
Florida, I feel like there were no protests in Florida.
No, there's
I feel
not.
This might
Yeah,
be why,
that's what-
Pat.
exactly. Yeah.
But anyways, Bubba, if you could pop on here, this is a proposed set of laws, very intense set of laws. How does a governor then get those to be actual laws? What's the next step here in Florida?
You're on mute.
It's pretty similar to, from what I looked up quickly, it's pretty similar to federal law becoming a law, or federal bill becoming a law, except there is no presentment. So like they don't have to present it to the president or the governor, I don't believe.
So as long as it passes the Florida House, and
Right,
Senate.
especially if he's the one that's bringing it up. So it has to go through their house.
Bubba, let me interrupt you. Can you explain this in a Schoolhouse Rock style?
Yeah,
Junction,
wait,
junction,
hold
what's
on
your
1 second,
function?
actually.
Working on something.
You got the bill
It's
video.
just like a
I
felony.
had it ready.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, went away.
Yeah, it's the picture.
He's
of it.
just a bill on Capitol Hill, and he's got to go through the House, and then he's got to go through the Senate.
That wanted a law passed, so they called their local congressman, and he said, "You're right, there ought to be a law." And he sat down and wrote me out and introduced me to Congress, and I became a bill.
All right.
There you
So
go.
it's as simple as that.
Okay, fair enough.
Thanks,
Schoolhouse
Bubba.
Rock.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bubba. So yeah, I don't know if these are going to pass, but they, the shooting of people and running over people is a little intense. So
See what he did here is he went real high, and most of this is going to pass. He went way too high.
Okay.
And then they're going to
He's
lower
setting
it.
his anchor.
The felony
Yes.
stuff will stand.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
running of them
anchor.
over with a car will not pass, but the felony stuff will pass. Maybe possibly the shooting stuff, like shooting, it might pass. But
You can
he
shoot
went,
in the
he went
leg
high.
like Biden once. You can shoot
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
leg.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
that's
tell
all he
you,
did.
Texas and Florida are certainly not getting any bluer after this last election, so they're going to feel like they're ready to throw down whatever laws they're.
And
feeling.
hopefully there's not a lot of violent looting in Florida, and maybe there wouldn't be as much of a need to loot if you got a hold of your debt and consolidated your high interest rates into low interest rates with the help of our sponsor, Lightstream. Rates start at 5.95% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. The rate is fixed, so it will never go up over the life of the loan. Plus, there are no fees. You can get a loan ranging from like $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. You can even get your money as soon as the day you apply. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. Our listeners can save even more with an additional interest rate discount. The only way to get that additional discount is to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's lightstream.com/factor. This is subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.95% APR to 19.99% APR and include 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rates require excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Credit card consolidation is the shit if you need to get out of debt. Consider it. All right. Let's move it along to a story about a 51-year-old Polk County, Florida man. I believe that's Grady Judd's county. His name. Yeah. So you know that there's going to be no funny business in this story. So 51-year-old Polk County, Florida man, Todd Locke Johnson, he went missing last Friday night after cops tried to pull him over for speeding in his 2019 Porsche. He was driving a fancy white 2019 Porsche, but he got away from the cops because it was such a nice car. But then his family reported him missing later in the weekend. Turned out Todd Locke Johnson had left his phone at his buddy's house where he had been drinking earlier that Friday night before they tried to pull him over. And then they found Todd inside his Porsche upside down at the bottom of Lake Lee. Turns out, turns out he was driving real fast away from the officers. So fast he got way far away where they couldn't see where he's at. Then lost control of the Porsche around a corner, launched the car into some trees, flipped over, and then went into a lake.
He Ryan Dunned himself.
Oh yeah, that's
How
one
long
way.
was he down
That's
there?
one way to lose the cops, disappear completely off the the surface of the earth.
How
This'll
long was he
show
down
him.
there, Pat?
Mhm.
Couple days. So he
He's dead.
Oh,
yeah.
he's very
very
dead.
dead. He was drowned by the weight of the car on top of him. It flipped upside down and then trapped him in the lake. He was in the lake as of Friday night and not got pulled out till sometime in the week.
That's one of my biggest fears. That's why you got to have like one of those little metal pens you can like hit the window with.
Oh, those are a scam. Those are a
yeah,
total
this
scam.
guy. But if
Those
you
work.
had this type of speed going into the trees, there's no
Yeah,
way.
no, he was probably dead
He's
before he
probably
hit the lake.
unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Johnson's family said that his behavior had become erratic prior to the incident, and obviously it ended in quite the blaze of glory for him. R.I.P. in peace, Florida man Todd Locke Johnson.
Okay, let's go into a little more fun one. Moving on to Largo, Florida, which is near Tampa Bay, where one Florida man experienced one of the worst atrocities that a privileged American can face, and that being that your favorite fast food establishment has run out of an item you desperately were craving just before you arrived. It's. I mean, my heart goes out to him.
Whatever this guy did is justified.
Right, exactly. And that's what happened to 49-year-old Henry Arce Caballero at a Checkers. What do you guys think he was upset about?
They ran out of fries.
Bacon.
Yeah, it's got to be fries or like maybe like a. Oh, you know what they run out of a lot is milkshakes. Was it like a milkshake?
Nope.
Oh, right.
Nope. It was the fact that the restaurant was out of lettuce for his sandwich.
He's a big lettuce guy.
He's a big lettuce guy. He really likes lettuce on his sandwiches because the disappointment sent him into a rage where he began beating on the drive-through window, screaming about lettuce for his big Buford or classic Mother Cruncher. Details still emerging. When police arrived, Caballero was.
You had to look that up, right? You didn't know the Checkers sandwiches,
I
did
didn't.
you?
I
You had to
think
look that up.
I stole the joke from an article. I think
That's the West difference right there.
There's no way you knew Checkers.
Checkers isn't around here. I would if it was around.
Well,
Trust
they
me.
have rallies, but let us continue.
Yeah.
Rallies, isn't it? Or is
Rallies.
It rally? Oh, it is
Rallies.
Rallies.
Yeah,
it's like
Rallies
a
and Checkers.
grocery
It's a
store out
Carl's
west.
Jr. What's the other one?
Affiliate?
What's
Carl's
Carl's
Jr. Rallies.
Hardee's, yeah. Carl's
guy
Jr.
is-
Hardee's.
I don't think Hardee's is part of it, is it?
Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are the same. Rallies
Okay.
and Checkers are the same.
Okay.
Gotcha.
This guy is so aggressive looking for
Roy
somebody who
Rogers
wants
Arby's
red-
scenario.
lettuce.
Yeah. He wanted his lettuce. So when police
It's
arrived,
like he would
Caballero was
fuck
in his
you up for
car.
that lettuce.
Yeah. Yeah, he was bad.
It's almost like you can tell what he got booked for just by looking at his photo. He's like so disappointed and angry at the same time.
Keep me in here until they get lettuce at the Checkers.
He looks like a guy who eats lettuce.
I don't want out.
He's always disappointed. He's like, he wants the lettuce, but then it doesn't even satisfy him. Look at the look
No.
on his face.
It would have been anything. Not enough napkins.
Right.
He was ready to pop.
Yeah. I feel like they might have known him ahead of time and then we're just fucking with him too. You know what I mean? Like they just denying him the lettuce even though they had it just to see him lose his shit.
Is it the lettuce guy? This is gonna set him off.
This is the guy that always asks for extra lettuce.
Sir, no lettuce, sir.
Hey, yes, who's in the line? We got rabbits in the drive-thru.
There's no way they ran out of lettuce. Good point.
No way.
Check this out. He's gonna go crazy.
Guy blows his top.
Sorry, we just put our last piece of lettuce on the last customer's burger.
0% chance they were out of lettuce.
Just ran out.
It's him. All right, yeah, but what is it?
Do you know if they gave him a heads up, or did they give him his burger and he opened his burger and saw
I think that he ordered the burger and he like probably asked for extra lettuce like he usually does in there.
Well, you got to wonder if they're like, sir, just a heads up, there can be no lettuce on this burger because we're out.
No. I think that he might have gotten it and it just was like these motherfuckers.
I would pay so much money to hear the noise he made when he realized that there was no lettuce on his burger.
There's got to be a video of this.
Yeah. We'll try to find it, but yeah, he was mad. When the police arrived, he was in his car and they asked him about the lettuce. They asked him about the lettuce incident. Yeah.
Fuming in
No, he was sitting there waiting,
talking to himself.
He denied it, but witnesses pointed right at him and told police that was the madman ranting about the greens. He was eventually hauled.
Crazy.
He was waiting for the lettuce truck to show up. He didn't want to leave the parking lot.
Yeah,
he's checking other customers' burgers after him.
Yeah, I want you to go through and order a burger with lettuce and tell me what they say.
Excuse me. Did they tell you they don't have lettuce?
Yeah, but he got arrested because he was like refusing to cooperate with the police.
Why did he stick around? Why? Like who gets in an altercation inside of a burger
He's
shop?
probably waiting for him to get off work to kill him or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he should have gone to a different fast food place.
Yeah, yeah.
That explains the look on his face in his mugshot.
He wasn't happy about the lettuce.
He doesn't play chess. Will he plays checkers? It's just the next move for him.
Right. Yeah,
yep. It's always the very next move that he's on.
King me with the lettuce.
Sir, I'm sorry, no lettuce today.
Is the lettuce guy? All right, guys, it's Friday, and you know what that means. That means we're doing voicemails and reviews. Now, last Friday, we did not do voicemails and reviews because we were wrapping up our election coverage.
It's a 7-day election going on.
A lot going on. But if you're new to the show, here's the deal. Apple Podcasts. It is a huge deal for us to get reviews on Apple Podcasts, 5 stars preferably. So if you leave us a 5-star review, we will read it on the show verbatim. That's the deal. Let's get into reviews first. This first one, guys,
unless it's like hate speech.
Yes, we won't say hate speech.
Won't be,
We'll show you what I mean. You can make fun of us mercilessly, which is what's going to happen here, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and Wes can tell if it's hate speech. He's our hate speach filter.
expert. He's an expert.
Don't you try to trick him. All right, this first one, guys, is from Macho Man 69. And the title is Perfect Representation of American I'm assuming politics. Is that what it says? Yeah.
I think so.
The title got cut off. All right. Love the show. Funny way to stay up to date of the news, especially on dumb random stories y'all cover. This podcast is the perfect representation of political identities in America. I assume that was the title. First, there is the idiot liberal snowflake who can't or won't defend his positions when confronted by the other hosts. I think he's talking about me. There is the idiot conservative who thinks everything is a joke and that because it may not affect him, it must not affect anyone. There's the idiot who thinks all politics are dumb and that he's smarter than everyone else, when in fact, he's just an idiot. And finally, there's idiot.
That's gotta be me, right?
Probably. Finally, there is the idiot pseudo-libertarian who doesn't realize that libertarianism is just the stupid version of being a conservative.
So which one's Will and West in that scenario?
That's
We're all
a tough
idiots.
call.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think, Well, Wes and I fill out the other two that you guys
I think I'm the that everything is a joke guy. Also an idiot. Obviously, we're all idiots.
Regardless, he nailed us all.
Yeah, I mean, he's got us thinking. You know,
He nailed us all.
Pretty good so far.
Also, you can tell from the way that he wrote that he is he finds himself to be an incredibly smart team player on one of the two sides. So that's for sure.
Well, he wouldn't have a
Well,
typo.
if he thinks he's smarter than me, he's got to be a fucking genius then.
Yeah. This
So,
smart,
yeah,
this
I would
smart
say
guy has a typo in the second sentence. Funny
Yes.
way to stay up to date of the news.
That's nitpicky.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, guys.
Probably
Wes,
on a phone. He probably did this on a phone in between like business transactions.
you're right. We can't blame him for fat thumbs. Wes, congrats on getting sober. Keep up the good work. Pat, congrats on the sex, even though it is beyond explanation why anyone would get in within 100 yards of a naked beeve. Well, a lot of ladies have. Will, congrats on the sex as well. You are by far the most annoying one on the pod, and you should know that smoking weed isn't a personality trait. Mark, congrats on being the smartest man in tech, knowing everything there is to know about data tracking and targeted advertising, and still deciding to work at a second-rate podcast. I'm going to be really sad when Barstool doesn't pick up your contract. Have a great fucking day.
Is he?
P.S.
Is he going to be sad?
P.S. I tried to submit this review before the election, but apparently iTunes frowns upon curses in the reviews. I tuned into the live stream not knowing what any of you looked like, and yikes. Maybe the weight loss challenge should just be extended. Just a thought.
Damn.
Thanks.
It's actually the second one, Macho Man 69. So nice try.
Yeah, it's going to be extended for the rest of our lives.
You got us pretty good there, buddy. You got us pretty good.
Big fan.
I'm
That
going to
is
be disappointed when I catch diabetes and you're still having to listen to this. And then you'll just be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have smoked all that weed and ate all that ice cream to catch all the diabetes. And then I'll just still be, hopefully you're still subscribing. 5 stars.
Exactly. He nailed us. And he does bring up a good point. If you're leaving a review and you're cursing in it, maybe we're not getting it. So don't write like hard F-bombs in there, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, next one's from Dale Meat Cat. 5 stars for the most part. 3 chill dudes discuss news and politics while Riff Raff's obese cousin whines about everything. And you're talking about me, and I like to think of myself as fat vanilla ice. This next one's from RG of Dallas. The harder, the better. The best way to deliver uncomfortable news is through some good old-fashioned giggling. These guys are raw, vulgar, and uncharacteristically eloquent. Keep reminding everyone how cool it is to be educated. I'll rep this pod to the war front. Next one is from Jellyman67.
I think that was Ryan in Dallas. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, what up?
Ryan in Dallas.
What up, Ryan?
What up, girl?
Jellyman67, well done. Excellent podcast to get your news that you need. Couple of questions. How do you guys know each other? And also, how do you know PFT? And you guys answer that question while I pull up the second half of this one. 'Cause I missed it.
Hometown of
We grew up
Herndon,
together, so we're
Virginia.
talking elementary school and on. Through sports was with me, Will through elementary school, Pat through managing a band, Wes through high school. Then we all formed a comedy group. A couple of us went to college together, but we went to different colleges, and then we formed a comedy group right out of college. So yeah, just through years and years and years
sketch
of growing up.
comedy, and
Yeah.
then
Hometown.
we all did different jobs.
Hometown.
Yeah, and then, yep.
Dig it. Then the second part of the question is, if you guys got 30 minutes each to do stand-up, whomst would kill it the best?
We should just do that.
Yeah, I
None
don't
of
know.
us have done stand-up, which is
Yeah.
which is something that we all I think probably
I've
should
talked
do or
about it a
should
lot, but,
work on. But we
That's
much
a
of a
great
pussy.
question. Yeah, I want to do stand up as well. So
we've done a lot of sketch comedy, a lot of podcasting, never done stand-up.
That should be like the next bet. Like whoever loses has to do stand.
Well, I was
Or
also
all
thinking,
of us should just have to do it.
right. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, all of us should do it at one point. I've got a video idea. We were talking about golf for the Masters. Try and see how many hours it takes me to hit one drive 200 yards.
You should
I'm
be
not
able to
film-
hit 200.
I'm not filming that.
pretty
You're gonna
quickly.
be. It was terrible golf.
No, I'm serious. I'm
Yeah.
really bad, especially at driving. So I
Yeah,
think
but
it'll be kind of-
just sheer connection with your power should get
That's
it past
true.
200 easily.
You might get one lucky. I mean, also it might go 200 yards to the side, so we'll have to.
250 would be more likely.
all right,
More-
but I'm
more of a
saying that
challenge.
you want to see somebody get frustrated. That's
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to watch you try to swing a
that's
golf.
that's
Busting
you'd
balls.
see me you'd see me. I would break a couple clubs.
It's one of my least favorite things is to see you get frustrated, Will.
Well,
I hate it.
I love it.
Well, let's take a
Wrestle
little golf.
film it.
Yeah, I'll cover my eyes. Next one, guys. Oh, there's one 4-star review which I'm going to read because I like it, and it's from Zillion Moore, ceiling fan ticking noise. So it's a 5-star -1 because last week on the pod, I guess we had a ceiling fan that was ticking. So apologies about that. We got that fixed. Next one is from I'm worried about Pat. The title is also I'm worried, Pat. Just I'm worried, Pat. Pat, bro, I'm a legit big fan, bro. Long-time listener, bro. But you seem to not be able to support your torso, bro. Unless it's a chair leaned back, bro. You're going to be a dad, bro. God damn, you're polarizing, bro. What was alternative school like your sophomore year, bro? Is my grammar correct here, bro?
Man, that was some anger in that one.
If you're talking about my behind the blog where it seemed I couldn't support my torso, that's because KFC weirdly pulled the chairs together. It was like an awkward angle. Alternative school was really expensive and was run by this crazy lady who was, I think, a scam artist, and it was above a Red Hot and Blue in wrestling.
well, I loved that part. It was above the restaurant, which is now like a pool hall, right?
Yeah, big time.
It's now carpool.
Red hot and blue, baby.
That school failed. Shocker.
Yep. Next one is HAGFT from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. Wisconsin is the heart of the Midwest. That is all. Otherwise, have a great show. Have a great fucking day. Okay.
Wisconsin is. Oh, we were arguing about what's the Midwest.
Mhm.
Right.
Wisconsin is the heart of
Wisconsin's
the Midwest.
right in the middle of the Midwest. We get it.
Okay.
little
T-Lord.
north.
T-Lord 33 says, good unbiased podcast, but turning liberal.
Oh, T-Lord, watch out.
It's great podcast, but it's turning too biased. Pat mentioned that Trump dramatically increases the deficit prior to COVID. Pat, could you please report the percentage increase in national debt under Bush, Obama, and Trump? HAGFD, stop defending cuties, by the way. If you think this show's too liberal, then go find another show, I guess.
Well, listen
Yeah.
to reference Macho Man 69's characterizations of us.
Pay attention
It's-
to Macho
it's
Man
pretty
69.
much-
He's a complete asshole, and he
Yeah,
totally burned us. But
couple guys one side, couple guys the other type
Right.
thing. You know,
He
like, it's-
explains
I want
why.
it all my way and
Yeah.
none of the other way.
I hear it how I want to hear it.
Yeah.
He gives a good defense for why our idiocy is actually a good way to consume this shit.
Yes.
I don't trust anyone that says we're completely one-sided on either side. To me, that's
No.
fucking bonkers. Knowing you guys for my whole life and knowing
Super bonkers.
knowing how, that doesn't make any sense to me.
And also, yeah, okay. Anyway.
And we try to keep it balanced. And
Yeah.
I know some people are getting upset with election stuff, obviously, with Trump pushing all the fraud claims and stuff. Look, we're going to cover it, as soon as something gets taken up by a court and we've got something solid we can talk about, we will absolutely cover it. We're not trying to bury anything. We're not trying to be puppets of the lamestream media.
Maybe
or
shit
anything
doesn't
like that.
have to
Like,
be
we're
all
just-
one-sided that you absorb, maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's healthy to like
We're-
look at how both sides are stupid and make fun of both sides. I don't
And
know.
I think that we're four guys with four different perspectives, and we're trying to bring you the news in a way that I think we would like to consume it. Probably.
right.
Yeah, quit whining about it. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Like
Yeah.
you're
Also-
wrong if you think it's one-sided.
Cuties
Straight up.
was a piece of art, whether you like it or not. All right, guys. Indy
But
Nola.
I agree. It is turning way too liberal. I agree with you. Right.
Yeah. Just too liberal over here. Indy Nola says, awesome job. Day one listener who needed election coverage to write a review. Amazing work these past 72 hours. You've prevented me from losing my mind listening to MSNBC.
That's what
I'm
it's all
assuming.
about right there.
Thanks, boys.
Mhm.
And finally, guys, from KMM CH do something. Don't be a loser. Listen to Hard Factor. In the time of chimpanzees, I was a monkey, butane in my veins, so I'm out to cut the junkie. With plastic eyeballs, spray paint the vegetables, dog food stalls with the beefcake pantyhose. Kill the headlights and put it in neutral. Stock car flaming with the loser at the cruise control. I didn't
Keep
get
going.
the whole thing, but okay, I can get it.
D,
Keep
something,
going.
something, sweep on the love seat.
Hold on.
This is cool every once in a while, but you know.
Hang on.
I'm a loser.
Where did you stop?
baby, So why don't you kill me?
Where'd you stop, Pat?
With the loser in the cruise control, I think.
Babies in Reno with the vitamin D.
There
Got
you
a
go.
couple of couches sleep on
Sleep
the
on the love
seat.
seat.
Someone keeps saying I'm insane to complain about a shotgun wedding and a
And
stain,
on my shirt.
Don't believe everything that you read. You got a parking violation and a maggot on your
Maggot on your
sleeve.
sleeve.
So shave your face with some mace in the dark, saving all your food stamps and burning down the trailer park. Yo, cut it. Soy un perdedor. I'm a loser, baby.
So
All
why
right.
don't you kill me?
Sorry about that, Bex.
Good song.
Yeah.
No, it was good. I thought it was a rousing rendition.
Yeah. Great music video. Okay, real quick over to voicemails. A couple we couldn't get to. Big Ounce, thank you for leaving a very long voicemail about the Armenian
Oh, I think he told it. I think Big Ounce.
Azerbaijan.
I
conflict.
told him, hey, try to submit it on a voicemail. He said it was way too long and don't even worry about it. So,
Nice.
Here's the worst part about it. So it was a 3-minute voicemail that I spent 9 minutes cutting because Big Ounce was high and he was doing a lot of uhs and ands because like I got to make this 3-minute voicemail shorter, and then when it got to 3 minutes, it's just cut off. So it was a waste of my time completely and totally. Although I learned a little bit about the Armenian-Azerbaijan conflict. So
It
that's
sounds like a tough conflict. I hope they figured it out.
Russians were involved. And then anyway, okay, let's take it over, guys, to our first voicemail. And Bubba, I'm going to need you to jump on for this one because I don't know, you got to bring me up to speed on what's going on here. All right, here we go.
What is this?
Oh, hold on one second. Here we go.
Soy un perdedor.
Back. Here we go.
What's up, Bubba? This is Dan calling to confirm the challenge is set. I think we should do a drinking challenge just to keep it civil and have some fun instead of debating P word. So give me a call back or email me and let's set this bad boy up.
All right, Bubba, what's going on here?
Dan.
That's our boy Dan, who doesn't think that Cam and I sound professional. I didn't think that voicemail sounded professional, but he doesn't think Cam and I sound professional. He told us to step it up one time.
Lawyer on lawyer crime was what's going on.
Dude,
He's the guy that said you guys sound fratty. So I'm wondering why he's challenging frat guys to a drinking competition.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
He's making.
He thinks I'm washed up probably since I'm 2 years out, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's been coming at
Bubba.
me back.
We know. We're setting it up.
Bubba, why are you ducking Dan, bro?
So are we gonna be able to?
Never.
So we might
Never.
go to Atlanta for the depending on how everything's looking. We might go to Atlanta for the runoff. Do you think we could get Dan there and we could do the competition there in Atlanta?
I don't know where Dan lives. I remember he sent his email. He went to what was the law school?
Okay,
I think it was in Ohio.
I'm going to play the next voicemail. While I'm doing it, can someone log in the back end and see what area code Dan's from? We could figure that out.
Okay.
All right, guys. This next one is Eli from Wisconsin. Here we go.
Hey, Eli, calling from Wisconsin. So I just had this idea. Like, what if the greatest power struggle is between the people who work Monday through Friday, like 8 to 4, 9 to 5, those people who have power nor traditional weekends. It's all those people versus the people who work sporadic schedule. What do you guys think? Let me know. Goodbye.
So I know the guy who does voicemails is supposed to explain in case you can't hear very well, but I don't know what the fuck Eli's talking about.
Eli was saying, like, is it 8 to 5ers versus everybody else? Was that what he was saying?
Yeah, he was saying something about the great power struggle.
The great struggle.
Which I think is like a Hitler phrase.
It's like waiters versus 9 to 5ers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. I know. I was told a story by a female friend of ours from our hometown. She said that back in the day, her mom was partying all night, and she was in a car, and she pulled up to a red light at like 8 in the morning, and she was like coming home. This was, I don't know, the 80s or whatever. She was coming home from partying. She was like a waitress, and she passed a guy in a suit who was going to work, and she had a joint, and or she had a beer and he had a joint, and they reached over across each other and explained, let's trade drugs and cheers to each other. And then he went on to work, and she went home.
Nice.
So maybe they can just get together.
That's a cool story.
Instead of the war. Yeah.
That's a cool
Like
story.
I got drunk before work.
I think he.
A lot of people do, Bubba.
Yeah,
Look,
a lot of
Bubba.
people do, Bubba.
Bro, don't look into it too much.
It's a parable. It's a parable for life. Also,
what did he do?
It was the 80s, Bubba.
Talk to someone that works at a liquor store.
Also,
they see the same guys every morning in their suits.
yeah,
It'll shock you, Bubba.
I know that.
So naive.
Yeah. As of now, I'm the only one in a legal marijuana state, but you will see more people with the morning routine on the road.
No war needed. No war needed. Let's get together, people.
But yeah, shout out Eli. We don't know Eli, but your other voicemail, which I chose to play this one over this one, was about you catching your dad masturbating and him saying that he was shopping for Christmas presents, which I loved. Awesome.
Why didn't you play the one about his dad masturbating?
Because it was hard. It was hard to hear. It was really hard to hear.
What do you mean?
All right, Eli, you got to step up your communication game.
I listened to that one. He said his dad. Yeah, he said his dad shut the computer door, and then later, frazzled, came down. And he goes, "I just want you to know I was shopping for Christmas presents. So I didn't want you to see what I was buying." And then he goes, "He was masturbating, wasn't he?" And the answer is yes.
He was. He was. But that's like the best excuse.
Where's Dan from?
Oh, Dan is from
Ohio.
Central Ohio. All right.
Yeah.
This is Biff Tannen.
What's up, guys? First time, long time. This is Biff Tannen in Colorado. I wanted to see what you guys thought about setting term limits for senators with the crusty old Mitch and Nancy in there still. Seems like both sides could do a little revamp. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so you're saying congressional term limits?
Does anyone?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, do any of us not think there should be term limits? Because we could probably.
No, we've covered this.
There should be fucking term limits.
We all think there should be term limits, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on Supreme Court term limits. I mean, I think that, but congressionally across like both chambers, because they're currently it's unlimited in the House and the Senate.
100% in the Congress. 100%.
It's a crock of fucking bullshit that there's not term limits. There's a lot wrong with our government, and we should start there by fixing that shit. And then finally, guys, Cade from Omaha calling in. Again, we didn't do voicemails for the last week and a half, so it's a throwback to an older conversation about Nebraska.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kate from Omaha. First off, Pat, it's a 1981 Yamaha XS 400. I just got done working on the carburetor right now. It's kind of a mess, you're right. It'll take some time, but we'll get her running by spring. Secondly,
Nice.
Eppley is actually in Council Bluffs, Iowa. It's just over the Missouri River. It's still technically Omaha's airport, but that's a little fact check Friday for you. Third, I was not at the rally because it's cold as hell right now, and I didn't want to go to a Trump rally. Basically, no one in Nebraska, Omaha especially, cares about masks, and it sucks. So that's why no one was wearing masks. No one really gives a fuck, and it sucks. But yeah, so appreciate the shout out, boys. Have a safe Halloween weekend.
Thanks,
Love Kid from Omaha.
Yeah, he was referring to that super cold Trump rally, right? The one that we
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yep,
got
yep,
abandoned.
at the airfield. Yep.
Yeah.
That the people froze to death at almost. And then Pat, he's referring to the old $200 motorcycle.
Fuck yeah. Hey, dude,
Yeah.
get it. I would have given you mine. When I moved, I literally just fucking gave it away because it sat there for such a long time. But they're hard to get running. They are, but they're cool bikes, those Yamahas, if you can get them going.
We got a fact check Friday, right?
Yeah, guys, that's the end of the voicemails. Hey, real quick, our voicemail number is 512-270-1480, 512-270-1480. So call and leave a voicemail. We'll read them on the show next Friday. Questions are preferred. And let's wrap it up with a fact check Friday. Bubba, what did we say wrong?
You're
on mute, Bubba.
Shit. I always forget. I'm sorry, boys. I'm getting used to it.
We're gonna have to have like a
guys.
strike rule for you.
We're
That's
gonna
your
have to
second strike
lower his
today.
pay.
Watch out.
From 0 to 0.
Yeah.
Fact check Friday. You're on mute. Got him.
Oh man. So yeah, there's only one, and it came from Freddie with a floater again, who helped us out last week or 2 weeks ago rather. Freddie was the guy who was goes back and forth to China, and he served you on the Genghis Khan stuff.
Freddie with a floater,
right?
Is a learned man. I have a feeling
Yes.
Macho Man 69 is going to be submitting some of these in the future, but
It's my Greek
no
mythology.
doubt.
The son of a bitch.
It's your Greek mythology, Mark. You were
Sweat
so
Pantheist.
confident. Yeah, so
Hesfestus. What was wrong with that? I got pretty close to Hesfestus.
Hephaestus didn't create the lightning bolt or the hammer, I guess. That was Cyclops, but Cyclopses, I guess you would pronounce it. Anyway, so Cyclopses was who created the hammer, and Cyclopses created the lightning bolt, I guess. And you're confusing it with some other guy who was
Vulcan,
the guy.
Well, there's Roman mythology and Greek mythology. Vulcan's like the name of Hephaestus for the Roman god. So if Vulcan created the lightning bolt, I'm pretty sure then Hephaestus.
No, I think
too.
Cyclopses is Vulcan, but for Greek
Hephaestus,
mythology.
I'm pretty sure if you came in contact with him, then you'd meet Mesotheliomus.
No, I'm right. Vulcan is Hephaestus. He's the Greek version is Hephaestus. Like Ares is Rome and Mars is Greek or whatever, right? Like Zeus,
Bubba,
Zeus
did
is
you
Greek,
not fact
Jupiter
check
is
this
Roman.
fact check?
No, this guy's a fucking idiot. Hephaestus is Vulcan. So maybe he's
Bubba,
not
has
making,
the fact check not been fact checked?
I'm looking
No.
at
Hephaestus couldn't have made anything for Zeus because Hephaestus is Zeus's son.
Yes, that's what I said in the episode as well.
You said that he made him the hammer.
I said he made him. His son made him the lightning bolts. If you go back and rewind the tape, which I'm going to, I said Zeus's son made him the lightning bolts, and his son is Hephaestus, and his son is also Vulcan in Rome. I had it actually absolutely correct, except for the pronunciation.
So,
fuck this guy.
You pronunciated that very well.
So you're saying that Zeus wasn't Zeus until his son came around and made him lightning bolts?
No, he was Zeus, but he didn't have the lightning bolts until his son made them for him. He needed a weapon to fight the Titans, who were also like relatives of him. Like Kronos had Titans, and then Zeus, and Zeus was the baby. You want me to go through all Greek mythology?
Mark,
Kronos was going to eat Zeus.
I think we need to launch that podcast.
Fuck this guy. And before that, it was like night. This guy's an asshole.
Mark should.
If you look up who made Zeus's. Yeah, you should. If you look up who made Zeus's lightning bolt, it's clear print. It says Cyclopses.
Okay, maybe that's true, but what he's saying in Roman mythology, Vulcan made the lightning bolts.
Well, we might need to get Freddie with the floater versus Mark in a Greek mythology.
Hey, Freddie got fingered. Can go fuck himself.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there.
Same night as Bubba versus Dan in the shot off. Mark versus Freddie with the floater in a Greek mythology tribute.
I gotta reread my Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology.
If you hear us say something wrong on the show, DM intern Bubba or email us at Hard Factor News for Fact Check Friday, guys. That's gonna wrap it up. Awesome week. Thank you guys so much for listening. It's been fantastic. We love the Hardo Hive. You guys are the fucking best fans on the planet, and you make our jobs really fun. And we thank you for that. So if you haven't, make sure to give us a follow. Mine is at Hard Factor Pat. Mark's is at Hard Factor Mark. Wes's is at Hard Factor Wes. Will's is at Hard Factor Will. Hard to remember, right? At Hard Factor News is our main. Also Barstool News Network. Give us a follow there. Check out the merch store. That's a great way to support us, and we really appreciate it.
I might have said Hephaestus was his brother. I got to rewind the tape.
Put it on the new pod.
Brother or son? I forget. Shit.
It's okay. It's okay. That's what happens on Fact Check Friday. You can tongue tie a host. Most importantly, guys, have a great fucking weekend.